Are your AI projects built to last or fleeting novelties? Here is the ABC framework, a mental model that cuts through the noise and shows you where to focus, so you can capture quick wins while building systems that compound in value over time. It stands for Action, Brain, and Context, which I developed at Agenteer to help teams think clearly about building AI agents. Simple to remember, incredibly powerful in practice. This diagram maps out the entire agentic loop. The brain does the thinking, context gives it the knowledge it needs, and action lets the agent interact with the world. They are all feeding into each other, a continuous loop of improvement. Let's break each one down. First up is the brain. Think of this as the CEO of the operation, the strategist. It's the reasoning engine, usually a large language model. But a well-engineered brain is much more than just a powerful model. It breaks down complex questions into smaller, doable steps. It weights options and orchestrates the entire thinking process. The brain calls the shots. Next, context. And this is absolutely critical. An agent with a fantastic brain but zero context is like a genius with amnesia. Smart, but can't apply its intelligence to anything useful. Context is the agent's memory and library rolled into one. The specialized knowledge, conversation history, user preferences, everything that grounds the brain to make smart decisions. Without context, an LLM is a powerful engine with nowhere to go. With context, it becomes a specialized expert in your specific world. Remember, context is king. Even the most advanced reasoning models perform dramatically better with precise, relevant context. This is now called contextengineering, and what people call prompt engineering is really just a subset of it. And finally, action. All the brilliant thinking in the world doesn't mean a thing if you can't do anything with it. Action is how the agent interacts with the real world, the agent's arms and legs. It uses tools, connects to APIs, sends emails, kicks off workflows. This is the bridge that turns decisions into tangible, valuable outcomes. Now, here's where ABC gets really powerful. It's completely modular and scalable. You can nest ABC units inside each other. What looks like a simple action to a high-level agent might actually be an entire subagent with its own brain, context, and action, designed to handle one specific task. This is how you build sophisticated multi-agent systems by composing simple, robust building blocks. The same pattern at every level of scale. Zoom out even further, and your entire team of agents starts to look like one giant meta agent. Think about a successful company. No single employee can do what a company does. The capability emerges from how people, processes, and knowledge interact. Collective intelligence greater than any individual. A well-designed multi-agent system works the same way. Agents interact, share content, and collectively arrive at solutions none could reach alone. That's the power of the meta agent. So how do you combine agents into bigger systems? You almost never want one giant monolithic super agent. The smart play is smaller, specialized agents orchestrated together. 4 common patterns. Sequential chains. Like an assembly line, one agent does its job, passes the result to the next. Hierarchical structures. Like a manager and team, a boss agent breaks down tasks and hands off pieces to specialists. collaborative networks. Like a brainstorming session, peer agents all chip in to find a solution. Competitive ensembles. When you need the absolute best result, several agents tackle the same problem and a judge picks the winner. The trick is matching the right pattern to the problem you're solving. And here's a huge practical advice: progressive complexity. Don't jump into the deep end trying to build some crazy multi-agent system from day one. Start simple. A lot of the time, a really well-crafted prompt with the most relevant data is all you need to get started. Add structure and complexity only when the task truly requires it. So, why does this framework matter right now? NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang frames AI in 4 phases: perception AI, generative AI, agentic AI, and physical AI. We're entering the agentic era, systems that don't just perceive or generate, but actually take actions. They make decisions. They execute plans. This progression isn't just technical evolution, it's a fundamental shift in how we create value with AI. And that brings us to the central choice. Are you pouring time into things that become obsolete with every model update? Or building systems that create compounding value over time? Sandcastle or skyscraper? One gets attention today and is gone tomorrow. The other takes more thought upfront but lasts. Not all investments in A, B, and C compound the same way. Where should you put your time and money? Think of it this way. Your AI system is like any investment. The brain, the specific model you're using today, will be replaced by something better. Like a phone, a new version is always around the corner. Any investment in optimizing for one specific model has a short shelf life. But your context and actions, those carry forward. Your unique proprietary knowledge and action capabilities, that's where the enduring value is. That's your moat. Short term, you can get quick wins from clever prompt tricks or hyper-tuned retrieval. But that value decays fast. Outdated in a year, probably less. For medium-term durability, invest in standardized tool interfaces and curated knowledge bases. For long-term compounding advantage, multi-agent orchestration patterns, self-improving knowledge systems, and truly AI-native workflows. What do these have in common? Systems with feedback loops. They learn what's useful and get smarter with every use. The tech underneath might change, but well-structured knowledge plus feedback loops keeps appreciating. That's the mindset shift. From architect of fixed buildings to gardener of living systems. Building great agent systems isn't about replacing people. It's about amplifying our most human skills: judgment, creativity, strategic thinking. For any complex, high-stakes project, you want a human setting strategy, guiding direction, having final say on quality. The AI agents, an incredibly capable team executing at superhuman speed. Whether you're writing code, creating content, or building products, if you, the human expert, are actively reviewing, understanding, and owning the output, the AI isn't replacing you. It's the most powerful amplifier of human capability ever created. Designed for human-AI synergy, keep people in the loop through evaluation and steering. But what if AGI makes all this obsolete? Chess offers a parallel. After Deep Blue beat Kasparov, human AI centaur teams dominated for years, until engines became so powerful that human input became a limitation, not an asset. Could that happen with AGI? Maybe, but the timeline remains uncertain. AGI has been just around the corner for decades. You can't afford to wait. The investments we talked about aren't hedges against AGI, they are bridges, creating value now while positioning you for whatever future emerges. Those with strong evaluation frameworks, deep domain knowledge, and robust feedback systems will be best positioned to leverage more advanced AI whenever it arrives. So remember the question: built to last or fleeting novelty? Now you have a lens. When you see the next AI agent announcement, ask, where's the brain? What context? What actions? And how are they feeding into each other? Because that continuous loop is where value actually compounds. That's the ABC framework. That's how you cut through the noise. And here's the key insight: not all AI investments are equal. Balance across the value horizon. Capture quick wins while building systems that compound. Designed for human AI synergy. Your judgment amplified, not replaced. That's how you build enduring value. Here's your Monday morning action. Pick one AI initiative you're working on. Map it to ABC. Ask yourself, is this going to decay or compound? If this framework resonates with you or changed how you think about AI, I'd love to hear what clicked. Drop a comment below. And for the full deep dive with all the details, head to agenteer.com.